you know what? I love a good... You all right there, mate?
I'm well.
Do you know what? I'd love to kind of show people what we sit in front of every week. Maybe we'll do a little behind the scenes on Instagram.
BTS,
Do a little behind the scenes. Because we are sat, like, there is a light right here. Like, I can almost touch it.
There's one there, one there.
There's one there. Camera in the middle. And it's like, takes up the entirety of the space of
my bedroom.
Yeah. Episode
9. No. We're not saying no in German.
We're saying
It's the
9
one before 10.
as the number that comes before 10. You're right. Yeah, it does come before 10. How are you, mate?
I'm doing all right.
Yeah.
I've been working lots.
Same.
I'm tired.
Yeah.
Should we sack this one off and just have a nap? I got a weighted blanket today. I'm looking forward to trying that out tonight.
Oh.
Yeah, it's over there.
A weighted blanket?
Yeah.
As in, like, it's got a lot of trauma?
No.
Like you wrap up in the blanket. It's like,
Well,
I've seen some stuff, bro.
I don't know. I mean, as far as I'm aware, it's just 6 kg. And you put it on
6 kilo? You're going to be like chucking out some bicycle.
What? Say that again?
I was trying to say bicep. I said bicycle.
Is that when you're on a bike at the same time?
Yo, you reckon you can ride this bicycle?
Yeah, I know you wanted to show those
Right,
off.
do you know what? I've always been really slim. I have, Cameron. You know I've spoken about
Show it off.
I can't.
Do it.
No, it's not something that's like... The thing is I haven't got like a figure where I'm
seen
like...
the thing up?
What, over there? It's not really there, is it, to be fair? The gun show is still right now a water pistol show. But what I'm saying is basically I was chicken drumstick. I was like breadstick. I was like... I remember one girl said to me once, I had really puffy hair. She said, have you seen the cheese string advert? Yeah, you just remind me of him. I was like, why? Because you're just like a straight line. I was like, what do you mean? And then, have you ever seen Flat Stanley? There was a book called Flat Stanley.
The
billboard fell on a kid, and for some reason...
It flattened him.
Yeah, and they made like a book series about like, obviously, quite a traumatic experience for Stanley. Everyone called him Flat Stanley. Poor sod, if I'm being honest. But there was like a book series.
Yeah.
And like, when you like leveled up in your books... You remember leveling up in book reading in primary school?
Oh, right. I was going to
So
say.
like, you'd go from...
I read that book and my experience level increased.
So you'd go from like Hungry Caterpillar to Flat Stanley, and then when you got really good, it would be Biff, Chip and Kipper.
Captain Underpants.
What? I was thinking about Captain Underpants yesterday.
Yeah?
I think that's my...
Roman Empire. Yeah.
Captain Underpants. And you know when you used to grab the corner of the page, you'd be like... I went to libraries to get the new Captain Underpants books.
For me, it was Diver Wimpy Kid.
I think that was just on the cusp of me being
generation gap.
Well, it's not really a generation gap, is it? Because it's
Zooey Mama.
Zooey Mama. I remember watching the films.
They were
My little sister had had a bit of an obsession with the films. She read the books, but I was kind of like, Diver Wimpy Kid was happening. Like the first few books had come out, but I think I was about 12, 13 when they started really kicking into gear.
Yeah,
you can't read that in high school.
I did.
Well, yeah, you definitely can.
But just don't show it.
No, you can show it. Don't be proud of reading books.
I met the author. I've got
did you?
2 signed books somewhere. Either the 4th and 5th or the 5th and 6th.
Ah.
Yeah. 2 Cameron. Blah, blah, blah.
It's a weird thing to write.
Yeah.
How do they spell that? Blah, 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 blah. Flabab.
Is that a David Dickinson again?
Call back to episode 1.
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
All those weeks ago.
Do you think we've got better at this? I think we have.
I'd like to think so. I'd like to think every week is a slight improvement on the last.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it still, which is the main thing. Somebody said to me today, don't know if it's true, most podcasts get to 7 episodes and then they stop.
Oh, really?
Don't know if they made that up. But I was like, oh, well, we're on 9.
We haven't been disheartened by the lack of viewers, though.
It's not what it's for. Obviously, that would be nice. But for me, one of our best mates is in India.
Yeah.
Another one is somewhere on the ocean.
Yeah.
He's on a cruise.
Yeah. He's not just, out dumping bodies.
Oh, for goodness knows.
Yeah, to be fair, knowing him.
Got my eyes on you, mate. The fact that they've listened in and let me know how it is, that's quite nice. Because it feels, if it makes them feel a little bit like they're at home,
yeah,
I'm doing a job.
Like, don't get me wrong, the fact that we have 32 subscribers on YouTube is a hurdle for me.
That's a classroom of people.
Yeah, but I know. To be fair, the TikTok account, we've almost doubled in a week.
I know. I know it's tough to sometimes look at the numbers and be like, because I used to do that all the time with my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Which we will delve
a lot
into
less
one
effort
day.
and money was put into that, though, surely. I mean, money-wise.
Comparative, like if it was the percentage of my earnings, I imagine it's probably quite similar.
Okay.
But obviously I earned nothing when I was 13.
Yeah.
So maybe I was spending money, birthday money. All my birthday money went on an Elgato. Game capture HD. Yeah.
We could definitely do like a little gaming series if this did well. Rather not play Minecraft, rather not play.
But I've had a lot of nice feedback this week.
Same.
Yeah.
It's nice, isn't
My
it?
dad's listened to it.
Yeah, he has.
You all right, mate? Standing there on the way to work.
What are you telling me, Mr. Yolanda? He'll love that.
He will be cackling.
He will love that. So one thing that I've been worried about this whole process is your mum hearing my impression of her.
Just remind us what it is for.
No.
What's her reaction to finding out in the worst case scenario?
Worst case scenario, the
Come
same way that you'd got like told off for like playing Xbox too late.
Go on.
No, but like, evidently it's to protect her identity. I have done it a lot, haven't I?
You have, but I think it's a bit
opening to clip where we just put all the highlights of me doing.
that's too much editing.
No, I'll do it. It's fine.
Oh, sweet.
But yeah, no, you're like the impression. I don't know. It's like a deep New York, Cameron. You're my favorite son. When I think about it, out of you and your brother, you got no beard. You might not have any chest hairs, but neither do I, Cameron. That makes us the same. We're the same. You're like me. You're bloomin' Mullane. She doesn't sound like that. I think it'd be wicked if she did. How you doing, Carl? Welcome to the household.
I feel like I'm in The Godfather.
Do you want some dinner there, buddy? We got the slow cooker going. I got some Pepsi Maxes in the fridge. Tell you what, you want a glass of OJ? You want a glass of OJ, Carl? We got that fresh and cold for you, buddy. Now that last 30 seconds was purely for your dad. He'll love that. But yeah, I was definitely... No, I don't know why I've been like, I'm nervous about her hearing it and then just slapped it out for 30 seconds.
Because you like it. It's funny.
It was quite funny.
Yeah.
I've had some people say that that's their favourite thing about the podcast.
As have I.
Yeah. People are like, I love it when Carl does an impression of your mum. I'm like, that's so bad. But then again, Cameron, sometimes you have to think about it. Do you need to go to drama school? Or can you just work for the family? Give the people what they want. Hey, Cameron. It's getting a lot more like...
Mobster.
Yeah.
We got some castrados upstairs.
You like the gabagool in your sandwich?
Oh, Sopranos.
Mm.
Okay.
The fucking gabagool. I've never seen the Sopranos.
I've seen the season 1. I need to finish it.
Ah.
Yeah.
I've heard good things.
It's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
It's not bad. Piece of cake, Paul.
Piece of cake, Paul. Oh, episode 9, man. What have we learned?
About what?
About podcasting. What have we picked up? I've learned that I slouch. Yeah, like this is the first time I've looked at the footage.
And you're above me.
And I'm above you.
Yeah. Obviously, in real life, I am 6'3", so I do tend to tower over.
You know what? When you watch this over though, it looks like I'm shorter than you by quite a large margin.
Yeah, it's not that tight. No, it's not that loose. It's not that big of a gap. You know what? Oh, for goodness sake.
It's not that loose. I've never heard someone say that about like a difference in distance.
Can we start?
Oh wait,
again?
no, yeah, you would say that about a difference in distance. You can. Do you want to start the whole thing again?
Yeah.
How deep are we in?
Coming up to 10 minutes. You're horrendous. You're absolutely horrendous.
Cameron, why are you and your buddy making podcasts and saying all this weird shit online? What have you been up to this week?
Working.
Apart from working.
FIFA.
Yeah, so you've
got
a new obsession, haven't you?
Hello, welcome to the new segment, which is Cameron's Obsession of the Week. Yeah, we'll do that. Right. Where have I put it? One sec.
Is it your... I've seen them over there.
I've got 2.
Right, the fact that you have 2 is concerning. I remember saying to you last week why not get this? Because obviously it would just...
Where have I put it?
It would be good for...
Where have I put it?
Well, the main one?
Yeah.
Have you only got your second one?
only got the boot.
If you're wondering what's going on right now, we mentioned last week in an episode that Cameron had bought Panini, not stickers anymore, are they? They're cards.
Panini Adrenaline XL Premier League cards.
Now, that was a moment.
I've gone all in.
So you've started collecting the football cards because Luton are in the Premiership.
We are.
I've worn my
Have
West
I
Ham
mentioned
shirt.
that? Oh yeah.
I've worn my West Ham shirt. I didn't know that you were going to bring this up. I didn't know that you'd have bought 2 binders. Wow, you've got more cards than last time. You got 3 of him.
There's the best series of cards, which
Right.
is called the Golden Ballers. They've all got 100. Oh dear, this is so cringe. They've got 100 attack stat, 100 control stat, and 100 defense stat. And there's 9 of them in total. One of them out of the 9 is actually the Invincible card. It's got 101 on everything. I've not got that one yet.
Who is the Invincible
It's
card?
just a few different people. It's got Tyrone Mings.
Why is he?
I don't know, but I've got 3 of the same bloke.
Cody Gakpo.
Cody Gakpo. I don't have any
Dutchman.
of the other ones.
The Flying Dutchman.
But yeah, I've spent a bit.
How much is a bit?
It was payday last week, is all I'm going to say.
Bloody hell, Cameron.
So I've got nearly all the Luton players. Nearly.
Wow, you got a few West Ham boys there as
I've
well.
got a few
Why is there a Tottenham player in the middle of the West Ham team? Or is it just shining through?
It's just the way they're ordered.
It's just the way
Let me
it
get.
is.
Things will never be the same.
same.
So, here's Luton Town. The
Right.
boys. They've not got all the players because these are kind of out of date.
They've shafted Luton, haven't they?
A little bit. We've all got photoshopped kits on because of when they made it. I got the lineup card today. If anyone's got base Jordan Clark or Amari Bell, please do get in contact.
Right, so
Now-
of the 32 subscribers,
I have got a. Sorry, I'm just interrupting you.
you keep on going.
I have got a limited edition Amari Bell, and when I go to the Luton Town at home to Arsenal fixture, I am going to try and get him to sign it.
That's a very
I could be
good
the
idea.
only man in the world with a limited edition 2024 Amari Bell.
Now
Panini card.
see, now I like that. I like that. That's true, Luton. I don't want to say I don't want to be mean about this because don't get it out. If you're
Amari,
gonna get it signed,
gives a call, yeah?
Amari. Do you know what I think? He's-
Quality player.
We could message him. I reckon he might reply.
He loves the podcast.
He might eventually. Imagine from this moment on, right? Amari Bell sees this little video of you collecting. No, he'll think we're mental. Anyways, he sees this and he's like, "Yeah, Cameron, why don't you come on down to
Kenilworth Road.
Kenilworth Road?
We'll sign the whole group.
We'll sign it. We'll get our show to sign his card."
Yeah. Also, he's got 2 cards. He's also got a Colossus.
Right. So now everyone's tuned out.
Yep.
But so I said to you that you should get a binder because you seem to be getting interested, and I know that the value of these things in 40 for 50 years down the line is going to be out how the quality is.
Yeah, when Peli Radakampanzu's got his statue outside our stadium,
Yeah.
they'll love that.
And you've won maybe got to the semi-final of a cup. Could you imagine?
We'll have won the Champions League. By
Mate,
50
I'm not going to
years
lie.
time.
This might, you know why you've bought this, and it's not because you're going to win the Champions League. It's because you think this could be the only season that Luton are in.
And if it is, I've got all the cards except for 3. I need the badge as well. So if you've got the badge for Luton Town, please do get in contact. I've got some good trades available because I've got this binder and another one which is full of duplicates.
That's the sad bit.
Okay.
So you've got 2 binders.
Yep.
And one is for duplicates.
Yeah, so I can
Why
trade
don't you
them.
just put them in the same slot? Why don't you just put 2 cards in the same
Because then
slot?
I don't know which ones are duplicates. I'd have to go through each one individually. Whereas if I have a binder fully dedicated to these are the ones that I've got more than one of, and I'm happy to trade. There we go.
Have you
I have traded.
talk to me about this trading experience?
They were year 5
Where did you do this, Cameron?
at work. We were just chatting about it. They were like, "Oh, you do that too?" I was like, yes.
Okay, so it was like a family thing where there's families there. You don't work on
I'm
a
not-
building site and
No,
you've not seen a
no,
kid
no,
go
no.
past. Oh, hey, you,
Do you connect Panini Adrenaline XL cards?
Of course.
No, we were just chatting about it. I don't know how it came up. Probably because I was like, guess what I'm into at the minute.
That is quite a cool thing.
It is pretty cool.
Got families
And then, let me find him. He traded Hyung Min Son. There we are.
Oh, wow.
The Ice Hyung Min Son card.
What did you give for that?
Quite a bit.
25 quid. Didn't you offer him like 25 quid for a card?
Offered him 25 quid for that best card, the one that's got 101 in the stats. His dad told him to say no. So I don't have it. And the hunt continues.
Because that's not what it's about, is it?
No, it feels a bit cheap. Well, not cheap, 25 quid, but...
How many packs would you get for 25 quid?
25.
Are they a quid each? And you get like 6 players a pack? So a quid for a pack of 6 cards is ridiculous, Cameron.
Well, I get a staff discount, so they're 90p.
They sell them at work.
We sold work out of them. It's me and a few people.
I might start collecting these.
Mate, mate, you can have some of my duplicates. I've got loads. We can work something out off camera.
Mad.
But yeah, that's my obsession of the week. I'm sure by next week I'll either be completed with this or this will be hidden away somewhere and I'll be into Quentin Tarantino films. About films.
Okay.
So last week I said that Florence Pugh was in Midsummer, which is correct.
Yes.
I also said that Greta Gerwig directed it.
Okay.
That's wrong. Somebody's called me out on that.
Ah.
And we just kind of accepted that was right.
I didn't know who directed it.
They also directed Hereditary, I believe. Hopefully I've not got that wrong 2 weeks in a row. But my bad.
Oh, mate, I've said all sorts of stuff on here that I've been 85% sure of. And do I have much faith in myself sometimes? No. It's okay, man. It's all good. Okay. That was an experience.
Yeah.
Would you rather have every single one of those cards
That one.
right now,
Amari Bell. Signed.
all of those cards, and all of the Luton cards are signed by the player, or you get to go on at half time during a Luton game? You meet the players on a pitch, take a penny in the Kenny. They do like a little thing, like at the half time, they do like, hey, come on down, do a penalty against the mascot. Get to take a penny, you get the day, kind of speak to him afterwards, have a little chat with him, shake hands. Bosh. Little photo up in the middle of the Kenny. Prem day.
But I can't bring this.
No, you can't bring that.
Can I bring my duplicate folder?
Nope. No cards are allowed to be there. Or someone takes that away. They take it
and
away
gets
from
it
you.
signed.
They bring it back. It's full. Every card, every player from Luton. So not every other player.
Yeah, for sure.
Just
I don't want everyone.
Well, you would. You'd want an Erling Haaland signed 100.
Don't have him yet, actually. If anyone's got Erling Haaland.
Trade him for 2 Cody Gakpos.
Yeah, I've got 2 gold Gakpos waiting for you. Now, you've said that I'd come on at half time and meet the players. That would get in the way of their... depends on... They might have had a really bad or good performance.
Yeah.
I've been a mascot for Luton before. I've walked out on the pitch. I got to pick man of the match that day. I picked Andre Gray for anyone interested.
He was quality for a little while.
He was great. So this was back when we were in the conference. I would love that experience again. I really would. And
You meet the players after the game. So you do the half-time penny, and then after the game finishes, you go into the dressing room. Great game, lads. Great game. Nice to meet ya.
I've got to meet the boys.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll do that.
And then...
That's better than a signed piece of card.
Forever, though.
Forever, though.
Damn.
I met the
Good answer.
Met the Premier League Luton boys.
I just wanted to test how obsessed you were, to be fair.
Oh, I'm more obsessed with us winning matches in the Prem.
That Liverpool game.
Oi.
Reese. Right. You are responsible for Liverpool getting that goal. Reese messaged, do you remember, halfway through the game, a friend of ours, we love you, Reese, really. Shout out, Reese.
I'm still not over it.
Reese messaged into like a group chat that we're in saying, anyone else watching Luton beating Liverpool? And I felt the moment.
You knew it was going to happen. And then they scored.
I felt it happen.
Yeah.
I literally felt the curse. And everyone was like, Reece, no!
It's because he's not a Luton fan, he's an Arsenal fan, so he doesn't care either way.
Mm.
But I'm over it. Let's move on from football.
Yeah.
Because I
100%.
genuinely could talk about this for an hour, that
Oh, yeah,
match
yeah.
especially, and we could turn it into a football podcast.
It's not what it is.
We've had a little fan submission
We have. Oh,
From
dude.
the best bloke in the world.
The best bloke in the world. So, someone we've worked very closely with, and been directed by and kind of guided through our childhood in theatre. Childhood,
adulthood,
teen years, yeah, mine adulthood,
development.
More so. Yeah, and I mean, I work for the same company now. His son, little Jude Star, known him since he was like
Born.
a wee man. I wasn't there when he was born. I was introduced to the company when the second child was born. Obviously,
He's not an OG.
I'm not an OG. I'm not. You're more of an OG than I am, even though I'm older than you. So it's confusing. But original gangster. So less. Carried him on my shoulders when he was like little, like, running about Milton Keynes and that. And he's got a question for the podcast.
Well, he's got two. We'll
He
try
has
and
got two.
decipher both of them.
Yeah.
One's a bit more clear cut than the other. Shall I?
How old is? So he's year 4, year 5.
I think is he 7? I think he's 7.
Yeah, because we did his birthday party, didn't we?
We did. Do you want to talk about that?
Oh, what a day that was!
Unbelievable.
What a day! As acting jobs go,
Up there.
maybe the best one I've ever done.
Yeah.
Because of how fun the day was.
It was. I got a slushy out of it too.
Yeah, I got a slushy. I got all sorts.
So
Mackies.
we're walking around, running. To be fair, skipping, traveling.
Their hometown.
Yeah.
Yeah. The premise of it was,
So good.
it was a birthday party, right, for a 7-year-old little. Oh, well, he's going to be listening to this, and he's going to be like, "Oh, were they actors?"
Can I verify his age?
The age, yeah. Verify the age.
If
So
you keep talking, I just want to make sure we're right.
100%. So basically, his dad, David, has set up a birthday party, right? And he's written a story. He's a writer, and he's written a story. Basically, the world of video games is being destroyed by a secret agent.
Do you remember his name?
Yeah, it was Haftar.
Haftar. Yes.
Secret agent Haftar is destroying the world of video games. And basically, he's having like a party.
Yeah.
I play Reg.
He's 9.
He's 9. Yeah, I told you he's year 5.
Oh my word.
He's year 5, year 4, year 5.
So I'm so sorry, Jude.
Yeah.
If you're listening, mate.
So it's his 9th. It was his 9th birthday. Yeah, it's mental, isn't it? That's mental. So I bust in through the door.
Yeah.
Like, randomly in the party. They're just having a party. All these kids are like, what is going on? I'm like shutting the blinds. And I give them like a little mission where we have to go around the local area and find out different clues from different venues as to what's happened to the world of gaming and who Agent Haftar is. And like there was venues that were like so into it.
Yeah.
You weren't there for one of them.
No, so I had to be on the outside because I was the antagonist. I'm there at a distance. Sort of like
Full
Men
suit?
in Black style. Yeah, full suit in the height of summer. Sunglasses on. Just keeping an eye. But yeah, what ones was I not there for?
So you didn't get to go into like the venues we went into?
No.
Because obviously you were outside kind of lurking and like finding funny spots to stand. When you were at the top of them stairs, unreal. That was hilarious.
Just overlooking like
All of
everything.
us. Yeah.
Yeah.
And did you hear I was going like...
Yeah.
Because I said to do that when we saw you just...
Yeah.
But we went into the cafe, and the kind of premise was that we went up to someone working in the cafe and said, this is the code word. I'd be like, Jude, you got to say this to the person behind the counter, right? Jude would go in and be like, code word, whatever it was. I think it was like something like Super Mario Bros. Or something. It was an anagram of that.
Yeah.
And one of the women in the cafe just looked left, she looked right. And she dropped down behind the counter and came back up with sunglasses on and an envelope. I was like, oh! I was like having MLG like reactions. I was like, hit my crew. Oh yeah, I know you gonna dig this. Anyways, it was
baby, a triple.
right. It was crazy. Kids were going nuts. And they were all like asking me big questions and stuff. But the kind of penultimate moment was, it turns out that the agent Haftar, it was translated. We had all the letters that spelled out Haftar, and then I shuffled them around slowly, and it said father. And everyone was like, oh my God, it's David. Went into the back. You're standing there guarding the shed.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're feeling like editing, we could maybe put a clip of me kicking you in the nuts here.
Oh yeah, so we did a little stage combat. He kicks me in the nuts,
Yeah.
punches me in the face.
I know. I
did something to my face.
I kick you in the nuts and then I knee you in the face.
Oh
and
yeah,
I broke your sunglasses.
yeah. They just flew off.
Yeah, I literally pulled your sunglasses off and smashed them off my knee, and they flew up in the air.
It was incredible.
It looks like
You broke
I'd
my nose.
proper knocked you out.
Yeah.
Like the kids were like they took a second before cheering. They were like, "Oh my lord!" Like, I didn't realize this was.
It was this kind of
PG-13.
birthday party.
Just like, oh,
Episode 9, his
Episode-
9th birthday party.
oh my god, yeah.
It's all coming together.
But anyways, yeah, that was unreal. So he's got. Well, then we just had a kickabout with them, didn't we? Just like playing football in the garden. I remember like nutmegging 3 of them. I was like, I love playing football against.
I should have seen if any of them had any Panini cards.
I don't think these were out at the time, were they?
I don't know. But there's a video that's been sent. I'm gonna play it, and then I'll
Play it into the mic, yeah.
Should I play it into the mic or should I just put it in?
Nah, play it into the mic.
Okay.
I think play it into the mic.
So Jude, thank you for the submission. This is from you.
Hi, Carl. Hi, Karen. I've got a question. Would you rather fall into a road or a river?
Right, pause it there, I think.
Would you rather fall into a road or a river?
Fall into a road or a river? Damn, Jude.
I mean, yeah,
Damn. Like, right.
Both-
Is it a busy road?
we don't know. Is it a busy river? Are there boats?
What's a busy river? Right, boats.
Is it a fast-moving river? Is it a deep river? These are all questions we don't know the answers to, so we need to take the average road
and the
and the average river.
Okay, I'm saying the average river.
River.
The average river.
River.
Yeah, I'm going with river.
I said river because I think
I don't know, because falling into a road, as long as you get up quick, you're all right. I've fallen into a road before.
would you do
Fallen
it
into
again?
a river before. It was scary, but it was
Yeah.
a dead road. It was a quiet little cul-de-sac.
Yeah, if we're talking average though.
Yeah, like if the road that I near where I work, if I fell over on like the A6
Yeah,
at like peak hours,
not that's peak for you.
peak,
I'm going for the river as well.
yeah,
Don't want to risk it. I mean, though the
still pretty dangerous. How
river
strong-
could be bad, but I'm going to trust my swimming skills.
Are you a strong swimmer?
I'd like to think so. I used to do breaststroke competitively, but now it really ruins my knees. What a sad little life. Not funny.
I'm the best at this. I do it competitively.
Should we go back to the?
Yeah. Oh yeah, Jude's watching.
Yeah.
No, no.
You want to appear on their
Podcast.
Wants to appear on the podcast.
decided in London today just to make that decision, didn't you, bud?
Yeah, and I've also got another question. Would you rather choose the red door or the green door?
Now,
And thank you. Bye-bye.
oh, you're very welcome, Jude. The red door or the green door? Is that a diss on you being colourblind?
If it is, I'm fuming. I'm seeing green. I'm red.
I don't understand.
I don't know what's behind either, but I'm going to pick the green one.
I feel like after watching Insidious a few times, I don't want to go through a red door.
There it is.
Green door, yeah.
Green door.
Green door's usually a garage or a shed. You don't really have a green door in your gaff, do you?
If you go through the door of a greenhouse, though,
It's glass.
yeah, it's probably some plants.
But it won't be a green door on a greenhouse, would it? It would be a glass door. Cameron,
Thanks.
think logically about this. Breaststroke competitively.
Yeah,
You used to swim competitively.
yeah.
You look a bit like a swimmer.
What are you trying to say?
Shark.
Actually, my lack of body hair is very good for staying streamlined.
I was making a joke about you having a big nose.
I know you were, but I'm trying to turn my insecurity into a good thing.
Sorry, Cameron. That you have the skin of a beluga whale. I do apologise that you are hairy like a dolphin.
Like, why is the best TikTok that we've made me talking about?
Being hairless.
Yeah,
Don't pretend to be upset. You edited it and sent it to me to post.
because it was funny.
Yeah, no, that was a good clip. No, it was a good clip. How long have we been recording for?
Half an hour. It says it's over there.
Oh, wow.
I think. Does that mean break time?
I think so.
Yeah.
Kind of peckish.
Are you?
Yes. When I ate at about 3:30.
3:30. What time's it now, Carl?
At 9 o'clock, 9:30.
It is 8:30.
Oh, fantastic.
But time clearly flies. Well,
When you're
maybe it
having
doesn't.
fun. Should we do the rest of the podcast like this? Welcome to the TV channel from 1920. You are now tuning in to Radio 1.
I'm trying to think of who that reminds me of. Can't think of it. Let's take a little break.
Yeah.
You thought I was feeling you?
Munch.
We're back in the room.
We're back in the room. Any voice actors that need some advice on their motorbike impressions?
Call us.
I had a friend who used to, when he got drunk, used to genuinely, like, you know when people have like their thing they do when they're drunk?
Yeah.
So I have one friend. Oh, can I do this to him? Yeah, I can, you know.
Don't need to say his name.
No, because it's the whole thing.
Oh. My name's Stephen and I'm riding a bike.
No. So
Oh.
he'd go from like, his name's Ryan, but when he drank too much, we'd call him Brian because he was a completely different person.
Right.
Like he'd wake up in weird places. I like the amount of times I had to like call his phone in the morning and speak to someone who owned a business who had found a phone in a car park somewhere
Sure.
and been like, "Yeah, no worries, can I get the address?" And then I'd call said person. Yeah. Anyways, but Brian's like the funniest because you could see like the eyes blink differently, and you know Brian's with you,
Yeah.
and his opinions on things change completely.
Okay.
Like everything about him changes. He will
Mhm.
say things you'd be like, "Do you really think that?" He'd be like, "Yeah, of course I do. I always have, and I always will." And then the next day he'd be like, "I don't know what you're on about, man. I love you." Like,
Oh, right.
Oh my god, brilliant, really funny to watch as long as you know what's happening.
Sure.
Yeah, I've got another friend who just makes car noises, but very well.
Some people are very good at that sort of thing.
The gear changes, phenomenal.
Oh.
And then it'll on the nos and that.
Which they've banned this week, haven't they?
Nos. Oh, as in like laughing gas.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have.
Today, I think.
Yeah, you can now get
2 years.
2 years for possession, which doesn't make sense
Go
because
on.
it's still going to be used commercially.
As in to...
Whipped cream,
Yeah.
like the purpose. Those canisters that people do
Oh.
weren't just made for people to be like, "Let's get that in a balloon, piece of cake, pal." No, that's not what that's for.
Yeah. It's to add the fluffiness.
Adds fluffiness to cream and like a creamer and yeah. And there's other purposes for it as well. There are some airsoft guns that use them. There's like also,
Really?
yeah, there's all sorts of stuff where you connect them
Oh.
to them. Yeah, there's loads of purposes for nitrous oxide. Loads.
Yeah.
Right? NO2. It's a pretty common compound, right? It's been used consistently.
Yeah.
Is it now illegal to own that?
We'll find out. Well, we won't.
No.
The royal we.
The royal we. The royal we.
We the people.
We the people. You're not. Listen, I think everyone has great faith that you aren't going to get in trouble for anything like that. People are looking at me in my West Ham shirt and a bit of stubble and they're thinking, he's getting 7 years. But like,
It's the facial hair, yeah.
No, but yeah, they are. It was massive. It's a massive thing. You know, people have died from it.
Yes.
Do you know how they've died from it?
Well, I know about NOS poisoning,
Mhm.
and it just stays in your lungs because of I think the density is different.
Yeah, it drops.
Just
Yeah.
stays in there. You can't breathe.
There's other ways as well. It like it displaces oxygen. So
Yeah,
like,
right.
So it can create more NOS within you sometimes, and then just send it around your bloodstream, replace all the oxygen. If you do it like hard enough.
Yeah.
Obviously, I've been around that sort of stuff when I was younger.
Yeah.
Obviously, it was massive in college and high school.
Yeah.
Like, you'd imagine like everyone kind of has like this universal experience of being in someone's car, and they're like, "I've got a balloon, I've got this, and I'm going to put this together, and I'm going to do it." It's just a bit like, okay, cool, you do that. But then I looked into it and I saw that like a lot of people just drop dead.
Really?
Yeah, because it's like if you do like a certain amount of it, it does just like kill you. Which is like when you compare it to like, you know, smoking cigarettes, having a beer, you know, it's dangerous. Just because it's in a balloon
Doesn't mean it's happy.
doesn't mean it's happy. What do they call it? Hippie crack. Hippie crack was like the original name for it.
I'd never heard of that.
Yeah. Because it was like some people would like some people would get like a whipped cream can, and you know when it's running out, you know you go like,
Oh, is that what it is that comes out?
just suck it, and they just suck it. And if you get like a whipped cream and you like hold it just gently so just gas comes out, it's filled with nitrous oxide.
Really?
Yeah, there's videos like Steve-O doing it and stuff like that, doing whippets. They called it. Bad for you, mate. Bad for you. But they have banned it, and rightly so.
We'll see what happens with that.
You see them everywhere, don't you? Them little metal.
Yeah.
Tinnies.
You know, I started writing down insults on. I know. It's bad.
This is a great segue. Oh, you see
insults on a spreadsheet just so I can keep track of them.
Oh,
They call me the XL bully. Because it's banned. No.
I clip that. Oh, did you hear that?
We've had a lot of things that we've gone that are really loud to us, but the mics just don't pick up. Over the time. Like people have been shouting outside. My mum's been calling for the cats to get them in.
My
And we're
fart
like,
got picked up though, didn't it?
Wait, that's because you went like this.
No, I didn't. I genuinely didn't.
no.
No, if you watch the clip, I had the mic here. I went, that didn't get picked up.
Maybe.
And then we both looked over the audio.
Oh,
Hold your hands up. Insults. Right. Why have you said that? Because I got so excited.
what?
No, I'm actually. Do you know why I'm annoyed?
Why?
Because I thought you'd actually been writing insults in a spreadsheet, and I was so excited to go on that segue. And then you've been like,
The XL bully.
this is a very good joke. That's going to be a clip, isn't it?
I came up with that.
Did you actually?
Yeah.
That's not bad. I came up with a joke once. Do you want to hear it?
Of course I did.
Oh, I have to remember. It's not good. I come up with it when I was really young. But I thought it was a very good play on words because I learned about dad jokes and I was like, I'm going to write this. I was like 15.
Okay.
Did you hear about the slug that robbed a snail?
Go on.
He spent the night in a shell.
I respect it.
I wrote that.
I respect
It's
it.
not bad, is it? What's your favourite dad joke?
Oh, you put me on the spot so much on this podcast, and I blank. We can wait. Okay. Dad joke.
Come on.
Mate, I don't know.
Come on, bro. Funny, goofy guy. You
I am
literally said it's your Instagram bio.
I'm a funny, goofy guy.
That makes me feel uncomfortable when you say it out loud in a serious voice. Do you want to hear some of my favourite dad jokes?
Tell me.
Okay, I went to see. My mate gave me the DVD of the new Queen film. Yeah, it was filmed in a cinema though, because I can see a little silhouette of a man.
Well, obviously, I was diagnosed as colourblind.
Mm-hmm.
Came right out the purple.
Started a maths tutoring group for people under 4'10".
Go on.
It's called Making the Little Things Count. Oh, that's a good one, isn't it? Broke up with my ex the other week. Turns out she's a communist. Should have seen the red flags. Got a new job circumcising elephants.
Right.
Yeah, pay's not great, but the tips are huge.
Jude, I really hope you're not
Oh
listening.
god. He'll be using them in school. Oh no. Don't say these in school, okay? No, they're not too bad. T-Rex got arrested last week. Turns out he was a small arms dealer. Should we stop with the dad jokes?
Yeah.
Okay. So I was talking to you about like premises for this episode, and
Yeah.
kind of having the podcast called Rather Not
Mm.
doesn't mean we have to do Would You Rathers. Sometimes we could just talk about stuff that we'd rather not do.
Okay.
So like me personally, I'd rather not ever have to take the bins out again, just because of the timing of it.
Yeah, it's always
Like I've got slippers on, I've got no shoes on, I've got shoes on. It's usually raining as well. There's always there's always conditions.
something's always wrong.
Right, so that's the premise. Mundane tasks that I'd just rather not do.
You love a belch.
It's not a belch. A belch is like a. That was a burpee. Little burple. Little burpino.
Right, some things I'd rather not do. I'm okay with unloading the dishwasher, but loading the dishwasher, you got all those little slimy bits.
You privileged thing.
I know.
You privileged thing.
Dishwashers
I've
are
not
cool.
had a dishwasher. Ever. I am sometimes the dish. My mum hates me because I don't wash the dishes very often.
Do you know?
I'll cook her a nice slap up meal and then I'll just give her
Leave
dinner.
it.
I'll give her dinner. She'll be like, "Oh, did you cook me dinner?" I'll be like, "Yeah, I did, mum." Then she'll be like, "Okay, thank you." And then the next day she'll be like, "Carl, how did you use 5 frying pans?"
Yeah, I do that.
The garlic can't be cooked in the same pan as the steak. They need different temperatures. No, it can be. It 100% can be. It's usually just because I just have...
Something, yeah, I know what you mean.
Especially meal prepping. Oh, man, doing the dishes is just long. Especially when I've worked in places where I've had to do the dishes at
Yeah.
work. Like, even... I've worked in places where you can be the manager, right? And you'll be running a shift. You're still doing the dishes, mate.
Yeah.
You're still jumping on KP, kitchen porter. Washing the dishes is... I think that's universal. I'd love a dishwasher, mate. I would load and unload that bad boy frequently.
Fair.
But then again, wouldn't be able to just quickly wash a fork. That,
It takes some skill.
I love doing that. When there's no cutlery clean. Kitchen's a state. Everyone's been lazy. Busy week. Everyone's been at work.
Yeah.
And all you do is clean a fork, slap a microwave meal in the microwave, and just eat it out of the container. Oh, mate. That's satisfying.
Less washing up. You got no plate.
What mundane tasks
What-
would you rather not do?
Well, I'd rather not load the dishwasher. So, Dad, if you're listening, hey.
Yeah, he don't care.
He's gone.
He don't care.
Makes
Makes a banging steak sarnie, though.
I made it.
Oh, did he not help?
Yeah, he did the onions. I did the
them
steak.
onions were banging. The steak was really good too.
I love a good steak.
That was unreal. Right.
What would I rather not do? There's a walk from my work car park to where I work that takes about 10-15
I
minutes.
know that.
I'm not here for it.
Mm.
Especially if I'm running late and that turns into a run. No, man.
That car park at that place is a nightmare.
It's not good. It's not
It's a
for me.
nightmare.
It's not for me.
So far away from everything.
Very.
Yeah.
That's just that unnecessary. We said it the other week.
Mm.
Like, unnecessary bits of conversation.
Mm.
That 3 a.m. in the morning, that
Mm.
which I've got very passionate about. Fortunately, a lot of people have agreed with me on that.
Yeah.
But that just
It's come back. You feeling it.
no, I'm just
You're over it. When did you get over it? Last night?
No,
11
never,
PM?
never.
In the evening?
Stop.
Sorry, buddy.
But it's like, we don't have to do this.
You literally
can
come
drive you
and
home.
pick me up to come and do this.
Yeah,
every
that's
week.
one thing I'd rather not do.
I have to drive all the way to your house to drive back to my
Hey,
house, to then
listen.
drive you back to your house to drive back to my house on my own.
I do appreciate that.
That's alright, it's quite fun.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay, go.
I like it. Now, what about you?
A lot of stuff.
Such as?
Oh, buying shoes.
Oh,
I love trainers.
sure.
I love shoes. When I have money, right? When I have money, I'm gonna love buying trainers.
What
I'm gonna
size
love
shoe are you?
buying shoes. I'm a size 9, size 10. So like, if they're narrow, I'm a size 10. If I'm a wide foot, if it's a wide shoe, I'm a size 9.
You can have some of my Jordans
No, I'll ruin them. This is why I don't like buying shoes.
I don't like Jordans
Oh, okay, I'll take them.
anymore.
No, because I'm like skin, right?
Mm.
I now look at shoes and go, right, what pair am I going to wear for the next 6 months?
Yeah,
Do you know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
Like, I'm like, okay, I need smart shoes, trainers, and maybe like a nice pair. That's kind of how I'd roll my dice, right?
Yeah.
And then once they get dirty, I throw them in a drawer, and then one day I clean them. Just buying shoes though, for like a purpose, I don't enjoy it because there's so many options.
That's very true.
Of the same
thing.
fucking shoe, like brown, like smart shoes. I love a pair of smart shoes.
Mhm.
Love them. Brogues, little dots on them and that.
I'm not a fan.
What, you like your clean, bald, shiny ass shoes? Do you? Yeah, but they're boots. Different. Boots are different. Boots are different. You got a lot
Alright,
going
well, imagine
on.
I didn't.
There's a nice crinkled leather. You're not trying to be smart. It's not all about being smart. They're a boot. They're work purpose. You wouldn't. You know, you walk into an interview with them on. They're crinkled. They're well worn. They're boots.
Okay, fair enough.
They're boots. I'm talking about the smart shoes. Cut to there. Bish bash. Wear them in an interview, right?
Yeah.
I love a pair of them. A little heel on them. Oi. Brogues. Whoosh. Lovely. For some reason, very satisfying. The fact that there's 52 different pairs of them in Deichmann.
Clarks, yeah.
Oh, Deichmann, obviously. I'm not fucking minted. I don't have a dishwasher. Don't let me guilt trip you. You're nepo, baby. No, no, far from it. Far from it. We both live in this town. We both know what the crack is. Okay. Yeah, that was a joke. Sorry, Cameron. I feel like that went somewhere then. I didn't mean that. I don't think you're an Epo baby. I don't. You come from a working class family that worked hard to keep you where you are. And I'm proud of you and your family.
Oh, thanks.
I love Yolanda and Felipe very much.
Yolanda and Felipe.
Do you reckon he'll like Felipe?
He's cackling away.
He's like, Felipe? Want to tell the legend work about it? Oi, Yolanda, do you want anything for dinner? No, you fucking bum. I had the fucking soup at work.
What a lovely relationship.
No, they're actually very cute. I like your parents. But yeah, don't like buying shoes because there's just too much to choose from. And then when it comes to like trainers that I actually like, they're like 200 quid.
Yeah.
Every time I see a pair of trainers like on Instagram, you know, you're swiping through and it's like, see these new dunks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're quite nice.
Oh, they could just be like normal dunks. They could just be like 65 quid, 70 quid, if I'm lucky.
No.
350 quid. These are designed by some guy. He's living out in Venezuela. This is the only drawing he's ever done in his life. And it's of this one shoe. He's got no eyes, no nose, and no mouth. But this guy managed to draw these shoes. For that reason, we're going to sell him a 350 bag of pop. And we're going to give him 20p for every shoe we sell.
Wow. Yeah.
It's a broken market. Like Virgil Abloh, respect to him. Those off-white shoes, I know they were hyped.
I loved them.
I was obsessed. I nearly...
Which ones did you want?
The Air Force ones.
Okay.
The black ones with the white.
Yep.
Right. I nearly bought them when they came out.
Yeah.
So I've never done it before. The first time I've ever applied to be like in a little shopping room. You know when they're like, you can apply to like be on there when they release, right?
Yeah.
Like on the phone. Right. 500 quid? No, how much are they selling for? The retail was like 250 actually.
Yeah, retailed
at like 250.
somewhat
quite
respectable.
reasonable.
Yeah.
250. Not too bad for a pair of off-white shoes.
Mm.
This close, right? This close to buying them, and I thought 250 is stupid. The
Yeah.
next day, 850 quid.
Yeah.
Right? I was fuming.
Yeah.
And they were such beautiful shoes. The Prestos. For people that don't understand these trainers, the Prestos are gorgeous.
If you'd have given 18-year-old me $1,000,
I
I would
bought
have
them.
bought the off-white Jordan 1s.
Mm.
I loved them.
I didn't like them that much.
I did, and you know what? I probably would have looked terrible in them.
No, you'd suit that.
I don't think I would anymore.
At that age, you would have suited that with your little
Well,
Chicago
hopefully.
Bulls. Your little Chicago Bulls. You didn't have hair like that. Don't pretend. It was nowhere near as cool as that. It was flat.
Yeah,
And-
I got some sea salt in my hair.
You do. That was wet. Mundane things I don't like doing. Going shopping with my mum. Right.
Okay.
I love the woman.
Good.
I love my mum. I love you, mum. I can't stand being in anywhere that sells anything with my mum.
Why?
I can't do it. I can't do it. Because every aisle needs to be visited. Every aisle needs to be visited.
Okay.
Everything needs to be looked at. Mum, if we've gone shopping and we've gone to get... I'm like, I need some tuna. She's like, I'll take you shops. I'm like, all right, sweet. I'm walking in. I'm grabbing tuna. Maybe mayo. Maybe sweet corn. Depends what I don't have. Might even have a look at the drink section. Do I fancy a beverage? And then, man's out of there. Ish, osh, ouch. That is German for in, out, done.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not. But listen, that's me. I like to just go into a shop, have a little moozy. If I have a little moozy, I have a little moozy. I might even be like, that's funny. That's cool. Let's have a look at this.
Yeah. Trinkets.
When you're in there for 45 minutes in like an off-license size shop, we've got a problem here.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love that woman so much. But that, I remember during COVID, I'd walk to Aldi and
Yeah.
do the shopping 20 minutes after she'd come back with hers. I'd rather do a 20-minute walk with heavy bags of shopping than spend 45 minutes in Aldi with my mum. Because I just don't know what it is, but I can't. It's ADHD, isn't it? It's ADHD. I think I have ADHD. Did I ever tell you about the form? Have we spoken about that on podcast?
The form?
Oh. So it's Men's Mental Health Awareness Week.
Men's Mental Health Month.
Men's Mental Health Month.
Yes.
Okay, Men's Mental Health Month. And just to have some light in the dark, I mentioned last week that I kind of was with a faction of the NHS. When you're really down,
Sure.
sometimes they send in like the emergency team.
Right.
Not what I thought they'd be. I thought it was just going to be like a load of dudes turn up at my house, like chocolate bars and like some Xbox controllers and like, that's cool, man, shut up.
Yeah.
It wasn't. It was like, are you alive today, buddy? I was like,
Really?
Yeah, no. They'd call me every day.
Okay.
Yeah. That's another story. But anyways, towards the end of like my time with them, because obviously when I was like suddenly faced with this kind of company that are now helping me, I was like, oh, this is like a real thing now. This isn't just like me having dark thoughts. This is like something that I'm having to talk to people about.
Sure.
They kind of, I kind of did quite well. I kind of just went, right, yeah, I'm happy to do whatever you kind of tell me to do. I'll listen to you guys talk and I will tell you how I'm feeling exactly. Towards the end of it, they were like, we think you should be tested for ADHD.
Okay.
I was like, all right, okay, that would make sense. So they gave me a form to fill out. I didn't fill out the form.
Right.
Not because I didn't want to, because I forgot. Then I lost the form. Now, for me, I think that's question 1 and 2.
Have you got this form?
Have you got this form? No. Did you fill out the form? No. Yeah, you got ADHD, mate. Like, I think that's the form, innit? If I just call them up and say I've lost the form, do you reckon they'll just be like, okay, we'll send over some meds?
I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, I guess we'll never know. But no, that is something that I think I actually might have. I think that's a reason for a lot of the things that annoy me. Well, yeah, I think that's why I get annoyed by a lot of things. That
Fair enough.
Because my attention span. I've got a good attention span if I care.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like this. We sit, we chat for
An hour.
For an hour. If you sat me down and I was editing, you can see that I sit there and I edit.
Laser focus.
Yeah, I'm laser hyper focus, I think they call it. Hyperfixation, hyperfocus.
Sure.
But yeah, when I'm like out and about, like the idea of like if I can't find my keys, the ADHD in me is like I want them now, and I know they're here somewhere.
Yeah.
I can't spend 20 minutes of my day looking for these keys because I'll just be angry and searching.
Yeah.
And I used to always fiddle with stuff in school.
Okay.
Struggled to listen to teachers and stuff. Defo ADHD actually.
Well, try and get that form.
Do you reckon?
No, seriously. Like if that would help.
Do you know what? Yeah, that is the way we should turn this. Because if it is, yeah.
It's all well and good saying it, and
What are the meds going to be like, though?
I don't know. There's one way to find out.
Yeah, true. I think that's something that I've kind of worried about personally with my mental health is medication.
Sure.
I've worried about kind of having to take it. I think there's probably benefit me to like speak to people that have had good experiences, but you know, I think I'm just a bit concerned about like changing who I am with medicines.
I don't know enough about
Yeah,
different things, so I can't really speak on it, but I'm sure there's
probably
different options of
100%.
things. Yeah.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
And I support everyone that does kind of take meds. I remember I had one friend of mine who swore blind for it. He's like, I can't remember what it specifically was that he was on, but he had, you know, similar experiences to me.
Sure.
I was working with him, and he kind of expressed to me that he was like, "Oh, mate, yeah, it's pretty good for me."
Yeah.
But it is not something he wants to do for his whole life. So it's like you have to kind of wean yourself off of it as well. You learn a lot about it when you talk to people. I think that's one thing that kept me going quite a few times is kind of having this kind of ability to just verbal diarrhea and talk about exactly how I'm feeling to people that, you know, may have experienced the same things or going through something similar.
Yeah.
And hearing their take on it, and they're kind of, you know, they're still here, they're still standing, talking to me.
Yeah.
Learn a lot.
For sure.
Have you got anything like, with it being men's mental health month,
Men's Mental Health Month.
have you got anything that you kind of wanted to touch on with it?
I did a program that was in a book maybe 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
It's called the Thrive Program. don't know
The
if-
Thrive.
Thrive, yeah, which I'm very grateful for being introduced to,
Okay.
and it is just all it was just like showing that so much is just in your own head
Yeah.
and changing. I was saying last week about catastrophic thinking. That's one of the things in there. I don't. They've not coined that. Like I'm sure. I think that's a well-known like catastrophic thinking, black and white thinking. Like this is either good or bad. No in between. Like maybe I kind of do when it comes to filming stuff.
Yeah.
And like if it goes slightly wrong, it's all out the window.
Yeah.
It's done. Like those sort of things, and looking at them and how to work on them. So, if I can make a recommendation, I think it's worth having a little get. Thrive, yeah. Really interesting stuff. Like phobias. I don't like spiders.
Do you not?
No, really don't. Logically, I know I've got nothing to be afraid of with spiders, especially in this country. If I was in Australia, maybe.
Yeah.
If I was opening bananas and black widows were coming out, maybe, but they're not. They're harmless. But
They are scary though.
yeah, my mum doesn't like spiders. My mum being like, spiders has made me go, right, spiders are something I need to be afraid of. And I've held that belief my entire life and not questioned it.
Right.
And that you do that about so many different things. I do that about my skin. It's one thing I fixate on quite a bit.
Yeah.
It's not perfect. It's not that bad.
It's not.
But it's one thing. But the more I think about my skin and be like, it's not good, the more I'm going to go, yeah, I've got bad skin. The more you look at Luton and go, it's a bad place. You look for the bad things to justify that. Every single thought, every belief system you have looks for the evidence that proves it to be right. If you believe in God, you look for the things that prove that you believe in God. If you don't, you find those out. It can be really tough to look the other way and challenge that. But that's where growth is made.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Your outlook is massive in your impact.
Sure.
That's a good one. I like that. So it's like, you think what you want and you act based on your thoughts.
Yeah, there's a guy, it's called Stockdale thinking, the Stockdale paradox. There's a guy in the Vietnam War who was captured by the Vietnamese, American guy, with a bunch of other Americans. He wasn't on his own. They were captured, they were tortured. And all the guys around him were like, this is fine. We're going to be out by Christmas. We'll be out by Christmas. Christmas came around. They were still there. We'll be out by Easter. It's fine. Easter comes around. They're still there. Gradually, that's wearing them down because they're going, we'll be out by this time. We'll be out by this time. They weren't. They died. Eventually, it wore them down, and their belief of we're going to be out by this time wasn't realistic. It didn't work. And that happened. Whereas Stockdale, I can't remember his first name, which is poor of me. He kept it's Stockdale thinking is keeping a realistic appraisal of the situation. I've been captured. I'm probably not going to get out for a very long time, but I will eventually. I don't know when that is, but it will come. That kept him going. Rather than saying, hard deadline, I'll be out by this time.
Yeah.
And then that day comes around, that crushes you.
Yeah.
That can go for anything. Like, we're from Luton. It's not the best place in the world.
Yeah.
It very well could be.
Yeah. Yeah, you're
But
not
if
wrong.
I go by 2024,
Yeah.
this is going to be built, this is going to happen, I'm going to be in this place in my life, and it doesn't happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whereas if I go one day I will get there, and I know I will, you start training yourself to think, right, well, what can I do to make that happen?
It's not wrong. It's not wrong. I've read into something similar about like your brain searches for affirmations of your thoughts.
100%.
So if you're thinking, my skin's bad, when you're walking about and you catch a reflection of yourself, your brain is searching for affirmations of that thought. So it's going, what does that look like? What does this look like?
Yeah.
In the same way of if you think that you're not going to make it in the world you want to make it in,
You won't.
your brain will find the things that affirm that rather than the things that are working the counterpart.
Yeah.
It will almost downplay them, which is where you miss opportunities.
100%.
And where you miss like things of like like there are opportunities for you. It's another big thing that kind of that works with is love and like relationships.
Right.
I've found like throughout my life, if I've been like, I'm gonna find a girlfriend. I'm going to find a girlfriend, and that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
This is the counterpart to it. If I'm thinking that's what I'm going to find, you don't. It doesn't work. You go searching, and you have the wrong attitude,
100%.
and you kind of go looking into like other people as if like, oh, are we going to work well together?
Every single thing is it going to
Will
work?
this,
Yes, no,
will this,
yes.
will that?
Yeah.
Yes. So your kind of your thoughts are, I need to find this.
Yeah.
Similar to the Stockdale. Yeah. And then like you kind of force things in your head to kind of make more sense.
Yeah. Then you get more worked up about it.
Yeah, you're like, this person would be great. In reality, maybe not. Maybe you don't actually like that person. Maybe you like the idea of them. The moment you stop, and the moment you kind of go, I reckon I might meet someone I really like someday soon. One day I'm going to meet someone. One day I will meet someone that I will really enjoy.
Takes all the pressure off.
Yeah, and that's when they turn up.
Yeah. Which is so cliche to say, but it is true.
It seems that way.
When you stop looking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then that's the kind of the same thing with for me with like trying to make an acting career. It's like I'm permanently thinking, right, where's my evidence that I am doing what I'm doing?
Yeah.
When in reality, I'll get there one day.
Yeah.
And I am going to do this.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to do it right now. I'm not going to turn an email open and be like, "Hello, Carl. This is just
Rufus Norris from the National Theatre.
Is that an actual name drop?
I need to confirm that's right, because I think
This is Laurence Olivier here.
right.
If Ghost of Laurence Olivier. I'm guessing he's gone.
I think Rufus Norris, director of National Theatre, but he's going to step down in 2025.
Oh, right. Shout out Rufus.
I'm ice cold for getting
Shout
that.
out Rufus. I'm not just going to get an email being like, "You got a job tomorrow, mate. Turn up." It takes work. It takes kind of commitment, and I just need to know that. Keep your eyes out for the opportunities.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man.
Find reasons to act, not reasons not to act.
That's it.
By going, but I've got this on. I'm working on Saturdays. I can't go to Luton Acting Hub. I was like, I'll get the shift swap because I really want to be there.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's that. That's it.
Yeah.
I've already spoken about that in my new job. Getting swift sorts for that.
Nice.
Anyways, shout out.
Nice one, Aaron.
Yeah. Big love. Well, it's been an hour and 2 minutes. I mean, we didn't touch on some of the stuff we were going to touch on today.
Yeah. What? Oh, yeah. That happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can always leave it for next episode.
Yeah. Or I just go right in with it to end.
Go on.
I think everyone should have tampons.
Like on them at all times.
Yes. If you've got a bag, put them in there.
Why?
Because if someone needs them, everyone's got them.
But not everyone uses tampons.
No. Not everyone needs paracetamol every day, but I've got it in my bag.
It's very respectable of you.
Just have them. I think.
respect it. Has it been like a case of someone that you're not that close with, or like you've
Nope.
had to give it to a friend?
Nope.
Or you never had to give it to someone?
Nope. But if they need them, they're there.
Oh, I respect it.
I think if we
respect
all
it.
did that, it would just reduce the stigma of that time of the month.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you know what I mean?
For sure.
Just understand it.
Yeah, I get that 100%. I mean, growing up as I did with 5 sisters, 2 of them were through a marriage, so I don't really see them anymore.
Yeah.
But 3 sisters of my full blood, I had 3 sisters, no brothers. I grew up for a lot of time being the only male person in my house.
Yeah.
And that was that I learned a lot. I had to kind of adjust to my surroundings because I was like, okay, there's a lot of stuff going on here that I don't understand, especially as like an 11-year-old, 12-year-old boy.
Yeah.
When I was 14, it was just me, my mum, my sisters. So I was like, cool, I'm gonna learn all this shit right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I did. And trying to know the difference between all of the different things and the different ones that people use.
Yeah.
And kind of knowing that if you get one that doesn't work and they need it, you're in trouble. And buying Haagen-Dazs vanilla, because if you get the wrong Ben and Jerry's. Now listen, I don't want to stereotype. I don't want to be like, girls on their period love ice cream. But in my case studies, in my family and my experiences of going to the shops to buy things for females that are on their period within my household,
Sure.
right? I was buying ice cream and like sanitary products, right?
Yeah.
Which, as a 14-year-old boy in school uniform, is fucking hilarious because they look at you, they're like, "This is a weird shop for you, bud." Like, just there with like pack of pads and pot of Haagen-Dazs vanilla. Now, I started by buying Ben and Jerry's, right?
Right.
But if you get the Ben and Jerry's, that's not their favourite, right? Oh, you got me fish food.
They're not the one.
Not cookie dough mixed with brownie with
Right.
the molten core. Not half baked. Haagen-Dazs vanilla, no one's angry.
Fair enough.
Haagen-Dazs vanilla, no one will be disappointed with. No one dislikes Haagen-Dazs vanilla ice cream. I don't think anyone doesn't like vanilla ice cream.
I don't. I don't not like it. I mean,
Do you know anyone that's told you they don't like vanilla ice cream?
No.
Bosh. There you go. There's a bit of advice for you. If you're trying to, support someone in a time of need and you want to buy them ice cream, go for Haagen-Dazs vanilla. I know it's expensive, but it always hits the spot. It's got the little black dots in it as well, which means it's got like vanilla pods in it, and now you're like, fucking hell, this is nice.
30.
30 vanilla ice cream.
1 minute and 6.
1 hour and 6.
It's been a long day.
Yeah. It's been a long day. Take care of yourselves.
100%.
All of you. And, thank you for listening to episode 9 of the Rather Not Pod. Episode 10 next week.
Wow.
We have done 10 episodes. How long is that? It's like 2 months and a half?
Yeah, something like that.
Damn, son.
It's been good fun.
Do you know what? It's been great. And
I really enjoyed it.
and if, do you know what? If you're watching this and you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Just, get those numbers
Mate.
up a little bit for us. I know it's not the end of the world.
The numbers are the numbers.
The
I'm
numbers
having
are
a good
numbers.
time with you. That's what matters.
It is what matters. It is what matters.
Stockdale thinking we don't have many subscribers. That's not what it's about. They'll come. Grow up. On that note, peace.
Hey, subscribe to the podcast. You'll come. Love.
Rubber gloves.
Love.
Peace.
And bed sheets. Tune in next time for some more questionable moments.
See you later. It's been a pleasure.
Did you come?
Genuinely. Not